Hi, welcome to Vendor, Login and Dashboard video session. Staffing organization root administrators create vendors for their respective staffing organizations. At the time of vendor organization record creation, the contact person of the vendor organization becomes the vendor root administrator user for the vendor organization. Simultaneously, WFMA sends an automatic email to the vendor root administrator the login credentials. The vendor root administrator logs into the vendor portal with this login credentials. For each vendor organization, there will be only one vendor root administrator, representing the vendor organization. A vendor root administrator user can log in with the login credentials as received. Upon successful login, the vendor administrator lands up in the dashboard pertaining to the vendor administrator role. Let's look into the vendor root administrator dashboard. The Vendor Root Administrator dashboard provides a bird's-eye view of the point-in-time data regarding all the transactions, status, etc., related to the vendor organization. The summarized data helps the vendor organization taking informed decisions and proactive actions. Contracts. The Vendor Root Administrator gets the summarized data about the contracts made with the staffing organization. Bills and payments. The Vendor Root Administrator gets the summarized data about the bills received from the staffing organization for concurrence and bills payment made by the staffing organization. Vendor resources. Vendor organizations maintain their own resources, the vendor resources. Corresponding staffing organizations deploy the vendor resources. The Vendor Root Administrator gets the summarized data about the vendor resources deployment deployed by the staffing organization. Maintaining vendor resources is explained in another video session. Emails get generated automatically through various transactions. Thus, many emails are received by the Vendor Root Administrator and are sent out from the Vendor Root Administrators. The dashboard provides the facility to the Vendor Root Administrator to check the emails received and emails sent out from him. The Vendor Root Administrator can search emails received by date range. The Vendor Root Administrator can preview an email content. The Vendor Root Administrator can search emails sent out by date range. The Vendor Root Administrator can preview the email's content. The Vendor Root Administrator can resend an email also on request from a receiver. Thank you. See you in the next video.